Welcome to a very lovely thrift haul. I'm Ash in Time for a Breather, and in this week's video, I'm going to be sharing with you all of the bags, the accessories, and the decor I have thrifted recently, so let's get into it. First up, guys, we have this $5.99 purse. This may seem like just a typical standard red evening wear bag. However, if you can see, this is all fully beaded, like actual tight-knit beadwork. It is so incredibly beautiful. There are no beads missing on this either, which is unbelievable. This honestly is more of like a decor piece for me. I obviously would wear it if I did have something this would go with, but I love collecting beaded purses specifically because the amount of time it takes to make any clothing item that is beaded is astronomical. Like, I could never. So I really appreciate the craftsmanship of this. And of course, this is like the perfect red color. And even the chain, it's beads. It's like full beads. Just like everything about this is just so incredibly luxe and pretty. The amount of time that I'm sure went into making this bag again makes me appreciate it. And for $6, cannot beat it. Up next, guys, look at this cute little velvet black bag. This one was $4.99, so just a little bit cheaper, but it has an actual metal chain. So I know this is a little bit higher quality, and I'm not super into gold, yellow gold hardware, but I love when it's paired with black because I do not mind mixing metals within my full outfit. I actually do like that as long as it's the right tone of yellow. This is more almost like in line with a little bit of like brass. It's like somewhat in between yellow gold and brass, so that's actually nice. It's a little bit more muted, and I don't know if you can see, there's an actual pattern on this velvet. It's like floral. This is just such a pretty little bag to just throw on. I am more of a crossbody person, and this chain is long enough to actually like put it fully on my body and it not look weird or tight or anything. I also don't like super big bags at all because I don't want to be like fully engulfing my outfit, right? For $5 for such a nice, cute little bag that you can't really find readily available, especially for this price, just a great deal. Guys, look at this bag. Like, this is my perfect pink shade. Absolutely love me a true pink, and with like the little bit of white trim on here, love that. Quilted on the front there, straps. Now, this was $10. However, I did get it for half off because it was yellow tag half off day. This is most assuredly a baby diaper bag. So that was kind of funny. I like this not only because of the color, obviously, but this size. I've been looking for like a different weekender bag because the one I have right now, it's like just regular cotton on the inside, which means like anything I get on it, it is so incredibly stainable, and it's not easy to get out even if I do run it through the washing machine, which I really don't want to do because especially with hardware, it can like even break your washing machine. But this one is like fully nylon, so super easy to clean on the inside. And guys, this came with like multiple bags. I'm sure this is like a mat to put down for like when you're changing your baby. Please believe I will be using this as like to lay down or when I do makeup when I'm traveling, especially because sometimes, especially if you're on Airbnb, I do not want to be staining with any of my makeup on like any of the furniture. Put this down, easily cleanable, wipeable, a little pouchy for makeup brushes, and then we have like a little purse for jewelry. Like, I never really thought to specifically seek out like a diaper bag as a weekender bag, but it makes so much sense, right? Easily cleanable. This one comes with like all of these additional things in it that I can also use for $5 for this. An unbelievable price for something that I will be using again and again and again. Guys, look at this throwback bag. Do you remember when bags were all this like long, but it was like a shoulder bag strap? This was like so in trend in the early 2000s. This was also only $6.50. I cannot believe it. It is just like the perfect, unique, hot pink bag. It's not like the biggest bag ever, but also I can still fit like my phone in it and my wallet, which is pretty much all I will ever need. I'm not like the biggest fan of shoulder bags, right? Something I have to carry around. But for the aesthetic, for the vibes. Also, I will be putting this out as decor as I do with all of my purses. This is just such like a unique unique kind of like blast from the past find. But for $6.50, I absolutely had to put it in my cart. It is stained a lot on the inside, but like who really cares about that? Who's looking at the inside of your bag but you? I will be Lysoling this down to death, but otherwise, such a great deal. For our last bag, guys, we have this BB bag for $13. I am not really super into knowing designers or like fashion history a lot, right? I'm just like an average consumer. I like what I like and that's good enough. However, I looked this up because this was only $13 and I know BB isn't like the most expensive brand out there, but it's a decently more expensive brand. And I'm like, is this real? And I am 99% sure it is not. And I knew that when buying the bag, so it's not like I was duped or anything. However, okay, I do not mind, honestly, dupes in general. Like, it doesn't bother me. What bothers me is fakes. And this one is obviously using the BB logo and meant to bamboozle people into thinking this is like a BB bag with the quality that they do and for the price of, I'm sure, whatever this was. I just don't want to present that out into the world. Like, I know obviously BB is probably owned by some like mega corporation, right? But IP is IP is IP. It doesn't matter. Like, you have to treat it equally. So I will be covering this up, and honestly, it's super easy on Amazon. You can just buy like packs of, it's kind of like an adhesive on one side and it's just like a metal on the other side. It's like a crafting item. If I can just get one with the same tone of gold and slap it on for a few bucks, because honestly, otherwise, this bag is still so nice to me. Like I said, I'm not super into the gold, but for some reason, the gold on this tone of beige is just doing something for me. I don't know what it is. And even though this is definitely a knockoff, this is like a heavy bag. Like, all the hardware is actual metal. So pretty nice, even for a fake, which I'm not 100% on that. Like I said, I don't know like the most about all that, but from what I could find with like a 10-minute search on the internet, doesn't look like this is real. Still love the aesthetic though, just gonna cover up the logo. If you love this video, then please show me some love by clicking that subscribe button. Not only does it make sure you get more of the content you enjoy, it does help keep my dream alive. It takes a lot of time and effort to bring you a video every single week. So thank you so much for your support. Back to the video. Next up, guys, I got this scarf for $2, but honestly, I will be using this as strictly decor. I love hanging these more like luxurious looking fabrics around my house just to give like, it's just like gives like anything like just a lovely feeling, like a little bit more of like a luxe feeling, right? For $2, because honestly, these days, a lot of times you go and find like this sheer material of scarf at Salvation Army specifically. It's like $8 for some reason. For this, I could go get a whole yard of this at Joann's for $8. So $2, definitely a steal to have. Guys, I lied, I had another bag. This is a brass hardware bag, like fully into brass territory. And I just love the pattern on it. It's like a little bit shiny, shimmery, glittery. There's like gold thread in there that's actually reflective. This was only $2 for this, for such like a unique little bag. I love weird accessories. I love weird shoes. I love weird bags. I love weird hats, but like it has to have like a little bit of something, a little bit of class. And this like Baroque pattern on it is just like chef's kiss. For $2, if I want to wear it, especially for like a costume, this would be like a cute costume moment, right? Because it is luckily enough, wide enough again to fit my phone, which is my main problem with a lot of like these vintage or vintage looking bags. Like, you know, back in the day, they didn't have a cell phone that they needed to accommodate, right? But for $2, definitely good to have if I want a costume moment, but also just for some decor. Up next, guys, this is probably like not worth the $4 I paid for it, but I always think it is just like the coolest, luxurious looking vibe that someone has like a specific bag and then they pull out a wallet from the bag and it's like the same color coordination. It doesn't have to be the exact same because that can look a little bit like forced, like a little bit too kitschy, but this is like the perfect pink little wallet. I also don't like wristlet wallets. They're like too heavy. There's too much, like I don't have enough stuff to put in them. Like I'm not carrying like honestly any actual money these days. I need my credit card, my license, maybe $1 for parking or something, and that's it. So for $4, it probably was a little bit overpriced, but for being like the perfect shade of hot pink, I still think a pretty decent price. First decor item, guys, I love pillows so much, but especially when it comes to accent pillows, they still need to be comfortable. Otherwise, you don't get a spot in my house Absolutely not. And this is such like a squishy, super like firm, because a lot of times you see even like squishy or like big looking accent pillows and then you go to like lay on them and they just fully deflate. But this has like something to it. And you know why? I would bet money this is actually a handmade pillow. And I only paid $4 for it. Wow. Wow. Such a great deal. And for like the baby pink. And then it has this like pretty crocheted lace trim on it. It is just so nice. And for being so light, 0 stains on it. $4, that is so well worth it. Accent pillows for some reason are so expensive. And I'm just like, well, a lot of y'all aren't even comfortable, so why are you $30, right? $4, great deal. Guys, I have been redoing my shoe collection, like the way I organize it in the shelving and stuff. And I did see online, a lot of people would use like cake stands to put like their really nice, like very pretty or unique shoes on. So I saw this one, it's white. It actually is metal, so it can like actually hold something. This is only $6. This is really nice for like this tall of one and it being metal and it already being white, which is the color I want. This was such a great deal to have. And I just love the little border on it too. It's just like looks super feminine to me, but like clean and polished feminine, right? So please believe I will be putting my best pair of pink shoes on this for sure. And them just looking so crisp and so clean. Guys, look at this little basket, I guess. I don't even know what this is. Trinket box. Does it say? Heart-shaped box dash medium box. This was only $6, but like look at how friggin' pretty those roses on the front are. This actually does open. So I will be putting like probably sunglasses in this just as like a storage. Such a pretty way to like just, you know, you can go to Dollar Tree and get like a, I don't know, a 2-pack of like the plastic white baskets to like store stuff in. A lot of people do that, but for a few dollars extra, I get such a pretty decor item while also being see-through so I can actually see what I'm putting in it, right? Love, love, love getting little pieces like this, adding to my collection. Just like, does this not scream like ultra feminine? I just love it. It's heart. You got the white, the pink, the green, the roses, just like the perfect storage box for me. Guys, let's talk about this vase. This was $7. I specifically got this because I have on my desk like a surge bar that like has a million cords coming out of it, right? And I've been trying to look for like a way to hide it because you can see it in like plain view. And I've been looking at like a lot of like plastic containers and stuff that's like either pink or white or something, but it's like I'd have to anchor the plastic down because the surge bar is pretty bulky, but also when you have like things coming out of it, it's being pulled in every direction. This is a heavy freaking vase. So I absolutely will not have any problems with movement of it, but also, can you see it's like on here, it's like a mother of pearl reflective, but then it's like pink on the bottom, like the perfect solution to my problem. For a few bucks for like an absolutely unique piece. It looks as though this is honestly like homemade. It doesn't have like any etching or anything. It looks like someone bought the base and then like painted over it with whatever they wanted. To my benefit though, because I love unique pieces. That's one of the reasons I really love going to the thrift store. I can get something that is custom that I don't have to put a lot of work into. Absolutely. So for a few bucks for like the perfect unique storage solution, such a great find. Guys, look at these cute little pink cactuses. They're cactuses, they're not anything else, okay? But they're, what is this? $3, $2, $2. These are actually ceramic, they're not plastic. For like a cute shade of pink that isn't like, you know, I like a lot of grandma decor, I'm not gonna lie, but this is a little bit more contemporary, a little bit more modern, so I like sprinkling like those vibes into my decor here and there because I don't want it to outright look like a grandma home, you know what I mean? For a perfect shade of pink just for my home decor for a few bucks each, like well worth it. We fully entered grandma territory here with this $4 turtle doves. I know I've said this in my other decor thrifting video. I just love doves and turtle doves. It's like such a symbol of like such romantic times, right? I'm not really a romantic person, but I like having just like little reminders here and there of like more precious times. And for a few bucks to have this, especially with like the pink, no chipping on it. This is actual glazed ceramic, so a pretty nice price for $4 because a lot of trinkets these days, even in the thrift store, are getting like outrageous. I love it. The flowers, flowers, the turtle dove moment, just like the whole romantic vibes of this, I am so into. A little bit more modern, guys. We have this $8 little fake plant. I love this topiary look, and for something that it doesn't look fake. I mean, it does, but it's not like the worst fake. Like from afar, you might mistake this for being real. And I've been looking for decor pieces that are like big enough and tall enough to be like floor decor, like near a lamp or something. Cause I don't want like all my decor to be like only on shelves. So like the middle part of the wall looks busy, but nothing else does. And this is like tall enough and big enough to do that. And for like a more modern looking piece of decor, for $8 for something this big and high quality, definitely worth the price. Guys, is this like too kitsch? Like these like fake diamond looking things? None of them are missing, which is really unbelievable. Cause a lot of times with like this specific type of stuff, one will be missing. That's like, you can usually like really tell. But also this is a mirror without any scratches for $6. That is such a great deal. This specifically, I think, is for another pair of shoes. So again, catch this in like my shoe closet, aka part of my living room. Just like a nice way to like just display a really nice pair of shoes. Thanks for hanging out with me today, guys. If you want to see another one of my thrift hauls, then just click over here and I'll catch you next time. Bye.